What has happened? What is going on in this villa, actually? Okay, Shelby. So, y'all, I had made a video that I was just going to talk about episode 12, but then I was like, you know what, let me wait for episode 13 to, get my full thoughts together because, with time, we see things, opinions change. It is diabolical the way Huda has manipulated everyone in that house to make herself the victim. Also, there is an active thunderstorm going on right now. So if you hear that, that's what it is. But this was actually, I actually was enraged for Jeremiah. I don't like that man at all. I think a lot of us collectively do not like Jeremiah. But the way she cannot take any accountability at all whatsoever and spun it that we thought Jeremiah was the one, because we could have paired you with any of the bombshells, but we chose not to. And yes, I know the other two, Hannah and Orlandria, already had chemistry with them and that was going on, but if we really wanted to get you away from Jeremiah, yes, we did the whole Iris thing, but we also could have paired you with another bombshell, because let's be so honest, Iris and Jeremiah had no chemistry during the last couple episodes. So I don't know how she jumped to the conclusion Jeremiah is doing all this diabolical work against her and that everybody in the house needs to be against Jeremiah. What is going on here? So let me just go in order. Let me talk about 12 and then let me go into 13. How did we even start? I know the whole thing with Ace, actually Shelly is getting knocked down on my list right now because she's pissing me off. Ace obviously doesn't want you, girl, and the fact that you keep going back, and last episode he literally told you and it started to knock up in your head, and then now episode 13 you're up here letting this man kiss you on your cheek. What are we doing? Actually, he doesn't want you, and let's get that through the head, okay? It's pissing me off already. Second, I felt bad for Charlie. Him going to Amaya was a crazy one, but Amaya was doing way too much. Going to Hannah, telling him, and then also, if I was Hannah, I'd be pissed at Amaya. But also, Hannah, you gotta be mad at yourself, girl, because you were the one up here with Pepe lip-syncing him every 5 seconds. Any chance y'all got, you were lip-syncing Pepe. Let's be so real, okay? What are we doing? At first, last night, I did feel bad for her. But then I'm thinking back, and I'm like, girl, you gave us no indication that you were so set on Charlie. Y'all figured it out, what, an hour before the recoupling? What the heck are we doing, actually? Oh my god, they're pissing me off. Literally everyone in this house is pissing me off now. I'm there's not one person in the house that's not pissing me off. Because the switch-ups between everybody, now Nick is on Huda's side. Now I don't think Ace is on Huda's side still. Also, when she told Ace that she was a mother, baby Ace already knew. He did not look surprised one bit. The only person that did not get on my nerves too much was Alandria, and I love her. I love her down. The only reason why she got on my nerves is because she was up there with Huda talking about, girl, no, it's okay. I think of him. All them girls saying they think of Jeremiah differently. What? Also, the fact, you know what? We're just talking about episode 13. Yes, I will recall back to 12, but we're mainly going to talk about 13. The fact that Pepe and Jalen didn't feel safe leaving Iris up there with Huda should speak volumes. What? They thought something was going to go down. Also, the fact that Huda over-listened to that conversation was insane. That was insane. And all the men there that were talking about, oh yeah, I thought different of you because you didn't go to her, da-da-da-da-da. I hope that they saw that and they were like, oh, brother, I get it. Especially Nick. Nick threw me for a loop because literally Nick has been plotting against Huda and Jeremiah this whole time. And now he wants to act like, oh yeah, I thought differently of you because you didn't go to her. Nick, what? You've been plotting on them this whole time. What do you mean you feel differently? That actually killed me. I was done. All of y'all are getting on my nerves. The only person that didn't get on my nerves this episode was the menace. Actually, he did get on my nerves. Because why? I don't like Austin, okay? I don't like Austin. I think that him and Shelly, they keep each other in the villa, okay? I will say that. But I do not like Austin that much. Why was Austin literally clocking it? He said, oh, Ace the ringleader. Because he literally is. Also, why is he bossing everybody around? Talking about Taylor, yeah, you need to get yourself together. Taylor does not like Alandria. It's very obvious. He only wants to stay in the villa. He does not like Alandria. Let's be so real. I don't get how this 5-foot man is the ringleader of everybody. I don't get it. I don't get it how this TikTok star is the ringleader. Like, what is going on? Actually, it's ridiculous. Because, first of all, he has no coupling. Yes, he's playing this game. I guess that's a success story. But he has found no real good connection. And Shelly is just hanging on to this man. Shelly needs to branch out. Like, yes, I know she's in this little love triangle. It's not even really a love triangle because she obviously does not like Austin. We all know she does not like Austin. He's in the friend zone and he will not be moving from there. Shelly, I'm gonna need you to branch out now, girl. I'm gonna need you to explore your connections. Okay, because this is too much. I'm sick of it. Like, actually, I'm enraged right now because this, like, last night I was giddy, so happy because Huda finally got her lick back. But the fact that everyone in that house band together to go against Jeremiah and join Huda, I don't know if it's because of fear or what, but she is completely in the wrong. The fact that homegirl literally drew the conclusion that we all thought Jeremiah was playing her and she needed to get away from him, that has to be the biggest jump in the world. Because at first when she was in the confessional, she was like, I don't know if America hates me. There it is, girl. There it is. We don't need to continue the rest of that sentence. No, we don't like you. And it's very obvious. And then she tried to get the girls against Iris. I think Iris is the most innocent person in this house. I don't think she stepped on a single toe. I don't think she's done anything. And you're trying to say she's not a girl's girl? Girl, you're talking about yourself. We all know you're not a girl's girl because any bombshell that comes up in here, you call them a every single time. How are you up here saying she's not a girl's girl? I think we need to look in the mirror. Like, the self-reflection, I can't wait till we have, like, the challenge with the tweets where she can get a wake-up call. Because, okay, I do not condone bullying or anything, but the way Huda navigates that villa is actually insane. Also, the way she... Oh, not Love Island playing on my laptop right now. The way she went to Iris to go ask how the date was crazy. That's none of your business. Also, the way she can't be happy for her other friends, crazy too. And the fact that she goes, so what was the date? Oh, we just talked on the beach. And he knows that's my dream date. Girl, the producers picked the dates. The man had nothing to do with that. Oh my God. I don't like Jeremiah. But girl, you have me sympathizing with a man right now. Because the way you're acting is crazy. Like, this is actually insane. I can't wait till movie night. Because then then everyone will see how she like Amaya. Because I think Amaya thinks that Huda is her friend. Huda is not your friend, girl. She literally called you as soon as you entered in here and you somewhat like Jeremiah. I hope they show all of that and all of her talking about the girls. I hope they show her talking to Ace about Amaya. Like, I need them to fast forward movie night so that girl can get a wake-up call in her face and everyone in that villa can get a wake-up call because she is none of your friends. She's none of your friends. She only cares about herself. And then the fact that she was like, I left my daughter to come here. Girl, no one told you to do that. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I'm so sorry. But you chose to do that. Don't say that you left your child. Girl, this ain't war. You weren't drafted for Love Island, babes. You can go home right now. Actually, your ass should have been voted out. Like, what? Oh, not the thumbs up. Like, I'm actually enraged with the manipulation that is happening in this house. And I think Ace, he finally knows that we all see it. And I think Ace is the only one that knows that we don't F with Huda. And that the reason why they got separated was because of Huda. Also, the fact, you know what? Ace does clock it. Because when Huda did all that yelling and screaming at him and F you and the middle finger and all that, he was like, see, that's what I was trying to help you, brother. And now Jeremiah is realizing it. We saved you, brother. We saved you. And a lot of us, I think personally, a lot of us don't like Jeremiah. But we did not want them together. Because the way Huda and the fact that we saw, like, I know there are a lot of Huda defenders out there because I seen y'all on TikTok and I seen y'all in the comments being like, oh, this poor girl, that. Poor girl, nothing. The way she manipulated that whole house to think that Jeremiah was the problem, girl. And I think, you know what? I think some of the girls know it, but they're not saying anything because they're afraid of her. I think a lot of people in that house are afraid of her because she is, like, the thing she does is very intimidation tactic. Also, the way she was talking to Jeremiah at the end of the episode, was crazy. Was crazy. And okay, I'll give her one little thing. He did not comfort her after. But also I think he was shook up, being like, whoa, what does America think right now? And she was hysterically crying. And she's talking about, oh yeah, I went to Hannah, I went to this, da da da. That was not on camera. So I guess it happened, but I don't know. She was so hysterically crying. Also, the fact that she woke up Taylor in such a nasty way, pushing his head, was crazy. I would have looked at her too. Like, when he told Nick, yeah, she woke me up for that, I would have been like, girl, don't ever touch my head again. The work, the juju that she has stirred to get everyone in that house thinking Jeremiah's the problem is actually crazy. And I don't know if they're just telling her that to tell her that, or they actually believe it too. So I'm editing my video right now. I'm realizing I'm giving Jeremiah a little too much credit. I will say he did love bomb her. Absolutely. The whole not kissing challenge was weird. And I definitely think he has ulterior motives. I think he is just ready to move on to the next couple that will get him to the end of this show. Because the way he was so quick to get with Iris, when they had that little chat, he was like, yeah, I kind of wish she went home. I think if he genuinely cared about her, he wouldn't have said that. That was crazy to say. After literally just dealing with all the drama you just dealt with, to say that, yeah, I wish she wouldn't have went home, is diabolical. I definitely get Huda for being upset about that. But baby girl wasn't meant for your ears. That would have been a movie night segment, but you eavesdropped and you heard something you didn't like. But then also the way she spun it to the girls and said that he's trying to pair with Iris to win the game. He never said that. He literally just said, I think I needed to explore more connections, and getting with Iris I think was a good thing. He never said, those words never came out his mouth, that he was trying to get with Iris to win the game. He never said that, babes. And I'll go watch it back. And she's done that before, like on the water park date when she said, I see us living together. And he was like, I think we should be in the same city. And then she went to the girls and said, yeah, he said that we should live together. He never said that. You said that. Girl, you said that. So I definitely will say, Jeremiah, you're a love bomber. He's definitely here to win the game, and that's it. And I think he thought that he could stay with Huda, but Huda said, no, girl. No, girl. You can't play games like that with me, because I will take you serious. And his love bombing fired back on him. Yup, that's exactly what's happening with him. And he is realizing, oh, I chose the wrong one for this. I think her love bombing is different than his. I think his love bombing is to get the girl more interested, but her love bombing is, I genuinely love him. Like, saying I love you by accident that many times was not an accident, baby girl. It wasn't an accident. And honestly, truly, like, you saying y'all are not the strongest couple at all. Y'all are just too stuck together. That's what's killing me. Huda is acting so ridiculous that it is covering for Jeremiah's bad behavior almost. And I'm not saying it's covering, because he's definitely terribly wrong, but like how Huda handles things drowns out what Jeremiah does. And I even fell into the hole because I'm watching this video and I'm like, girl, you're not even holding Jeremiah accountable. And I'm clocking myself and being like, yes, Jeremiah needs to be held accountable. He has done terrible things. Y'all both love bombed each other. But here's the thing. I don't think the love bombing that Huda did worked on Jeremiah, but his definitely worked on her. Because I think Jeremiah was like, I'm gonna stick this out as long as I can. But then he realized, oh, America doesn't want this, so I need to switch it up. Jeremiah was real quick to be like, okay, y'all don't like this, so I'm gonna stay on y'all good side and I'm gonna go explore another connection. Now, Iris and him have absolutely no chemistry. Not at all. And I think Jeremiah will not last in this game. I think he will be kicked out very soon. But he knows how to play. He said, I'm gonna switch it up. Huda went to, I'm gonna call you everything but a child of God, and I'm gonna try and get everybody up in here. Like, for me, it's the way she wasn't accountable for everything. And even Ariana, I think Ariana doesn't like her. I'm not saying, allegedly, this is all my thoughts. I'm not saying she said that she doesn't like her, but I know she didn't like how they automatically connected. And I think the question that when she asked Huda, episode 12, was, why do you think America did this? She was trying to tell you, girl, like, hey, we don't like how you're moving in here. And I think that was her kind of slowly telling her. I want to see, low key, they about to have me watching After Sun. If Ariana comes on After Sun, I need her to talk about this, because I need to hear her thoughts on this, because this is actually ridiculous. Another kind of manipulation tactic in the speakeasy. Huda goes, I just want you to know, you made me act like this. No one makes you act like anything. You are a grown-ass woman. You are in control of all of your emotions. You chose to act this way. You made you act this way. A lot of these men in this villa, they care more about what the men think than building a connection. Like, they care more about what their homeboys think. Like, Jeremiah was like, yeah, you know, separating with Huda was a lot, but y'all leaving me, they care more about the brotherhood they built. This is not Brother Island. This is not Brotherhood Island. This is Love Island. This is Love Island. You're here to build a connection, not a brotherhood. And yes, I get it's good to have your boys. You should not be valuing what your boys think more than the connection you're trying to build. And I'm not saying he should have ran back to Huda and da-da-da, but he was more worried about apologizing and getting to those men than talking to Huda. Huda was the last person he talked to. The last person. He talked to the boys, got in a fight with the boys, talked with the boys again, got in a fight with the boys, apologized, they reconciled, and then he talked to Huda. Huda was the last person he talked to. And I think Taylor also is Ace's minion. He's Ace's minion. He does whatever Ace tells him to do. And that's what I'm saying. This is not Brotherhood Island. Men, build a connection. This is not Brotherhood Island. Y'all got me cussing up here. I never cuss on my channel, but y'all got me cussing. What is going on? Ugh, Jesus. Because that was great. And Nick coming for Jeremiah. I'm like, Nick, what are you even talking about? You voted the girl to get out. Nick, you're on my bad side now. Because how you going to go from 1 minute saying that she should have left, yelling at Jeremiah, then to next talking to Huda, oh, I didn't mean it genuinely. I know you're scared of her because you literally said it. And then getting on Jeremiah, being like, yeah, she was here all day. Da, 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 da. What, Nick? What are you talking about? You literally were in a love triangle, last week? Like, what are you talking about? The way you treated Bella Dasha? You need to shut up. Like, actually, you need to shut up. Hey, Nick, be quiet. And then after Huda did all that, like, you've literally been planting seeds in Jeremiah's head, talking about, oh, she's a little too overprotective, da-da-da. Oh, how do you think that's going to go on and down in the real world? And then you're telling that man that I lost respect for you? What is going on with everyone in this house? I don't know what Huda put in the Kool-Aid, but y'all are acting crazy. And even big man Jalen was afraid of leaving Iris there. That's crazy. I really need them to speed up that tweet challenge, because I need it to be like next episode, because oh my god. Also, there's supposed to be a recoupling next episode. I have no idea who's going home. I can't think of anyone who's going home. It might be Jeremiah, but then I'm like, I don't know, because the way that Huda has manipulated everyone is crazy. Oh my god, I cannot. I went from being on top of the world with last episode to literally being in the depths of hell. What is happening right now? I mean, it's peak television, but like, if Huda and her manipulation tactics make it so somebody else is out that house, I'm gonna be done. Because honestly, genuinely, like, yes, I do not like Jeremiah at all, but I can see him getting a connection. I don't see him winning, but I can see him getting another connection. Huda, I cannot see anybody wanting to be with her, especially because I'm positive bombshells are watching what's going on in the house. What bombshell is going to want to get with her? And if they do, then they're toxic as hell. That's all I'm going to say. And genuinely, the fact that people are afraid of her that much, like, do we have a security on standby? Because I can see her hitting someone. Because the way she confronted Iris was actually crazy. And the fact that that Jalen and Pepe had to go get the girls to go make sure Iris was okay is actually, that's insane. Guys, that's insane. Like, I don't know if this made Huda defenders even more delusional and defending her, or it woke them up, because that was actually crazy. The eavesdropping on the conversation, I feel like that goes back to when she asked Jeremiah for if he would share his location kind of vibes. Because that eavesdropping, like, made me think of a similar scenario where, like, she sees where you're at and she pops up and sees what you're doing. She's up here listening to your conversation with the boys. She actively stops listening to her friends and her friends' experiences to go eavesdrop on a man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And also the way she was acting was like a child. And also, I think she should go because literally I've been talking for 18 minutes and 5 seconds and it's mainly about Huda. I don't know anything else about the other relationships and other connections. I barely saw Sierra today. You can barely pay attention to Hannah and Pepe because Huda is going off and doing something else. Also, even the girls look sick of it too. Sierra looked sick of it. She was telling her, she was like, babes, you gotta stop. But she looked actively tired. She looked sick of the BS. She looked sick of it. I don't know how. Like, I'm hoping the girls are like just doing this because and I don't want to say they're like, I think they're genuinely afraid of them. I could be completely wrong and speaking for them, but I hope the only reason why they are saying this is because they're afraid of her. Because that's the only reason. Because this is crazy. And I want to know what Bella Dasha thinks. Like, is Bella Dasha on TikTok live? I want to hear her thoughts on these episodes. Because yes, I know we don't see everything. Yes, I know producers, editing, whatever. But when you give this type of material, it's hard for them to make a narrative, babes. Because what is happening? The way she was so childish to not even greet the islanders off the boat. Jeremiah is not the only person on the boat, baby. Alandria was on that boat and Hannah was on that boat. You could go support your girls. You're such a girl's girl. Go say hello to your girls and hear about how their date went. But no, you're a child sitting on the bench with your sunglasses on. First of all, what pissed me off the most is she takes her t-shirt off. She takes her t-shirt off and she takes her socks off or whatever. I don't know if she was working out. Maybe she was working out and I'm completely wrong. But she does all that and then she lays on the lawn chair and puts her sunglasses on. You're a child. Actually, you're a child, baby. You are a child. You say you're emotionally mature. You give no evidence of that. Actions speak louder than words. You give no evidence that you are emotionally mature. Because the emotional maturity is not in the room with us at all. Not at all. And you know what? I think Jeremiah is realizing that we were trying to save, quote unquote, save him. I think we just didn't want them together anymore. But if he thinks we were trying to save him, then let him think that. Let him think that. But we kind of did. Because now he's actually seeing Huda's behavior and how she acts. And then she wants to be like, I'm going to speak my words in the speakeasy or whatever. She just, she pissed me off so bad. I don't know what's going on. I think Love Island, they need us to vote again. Because we going to vote her off that island. Or I think we should vote on challenges. I think we should vote if the tweet challenge comes next or movie night. Because I'm going to need one of them to come very soon. To get everybody in that house woken up. Also, Austin, you know what? I know the boys were like, why'd you vote for Taylor? Because he doesn't like Alandria. And it's very clear. Charlie actually liked his connection. Taylor barely does anything. At least from what we're seeing, Taylor does not give the he likes that girl. I think the boys all wanted them. Also, that's what pissed me off too, is the boys all got on Austin for voting for Taylor. And I'm like, what, did you want him to vote for Huda too? Like, I'm like, Charlie did not deserve to go. And yes, I know Austin has a little tattletale, but I would have voted for Taylor too. Taylor does not like Alandria, and it seems like he don't like anybody else in the villa. So he needs to go. he also, like, okay, if we're gonna, I'm defending Huda for a minute. We're also gonna talk about not exploring connections. I don't think I've seen Taylor explore anybody else in this house. Not a single bombshell, not a single OG Islander. He needed to go. At least Charlie had a connection going and they were being tested. He should have stayed. Also, Hannah, I felt bad for her last episode. Now I don't. Because, girl, you made it seem like you didn't want to be with him. That's why we voted for y'all to be together. And then you want to boo-hoo, whine, and cry. But then it seemed like she bounced back real quick in that date. I don't think Charlie's name was even on her mind at that point. Because during that date, she was like, oh, yeah, he seems like a nice guy. After the night before, she was like, yeah, Pepe is like my old relationships and I don't want that anymore. I guess she wants it. But yeah, Hannah Banana, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with you. I think everybody has been knocked down a peg on my list except Olandria. She's the only one. I love that girl. I love that girl. I love her to death. She hasn't changed. She hasn't done a switch up. We all knew. Like she said, America knows I like countrymen. And I think she messes with us. I think she F's with us. Because she knows we be clocking stuff. And even she said at the beginning of this episode, she was like, America's obviously seeing that something that we're not. But I think that it was misinterpreted by the narcissist, Huda, to be like, oh, Jeremiah is doing something. She's gonna have a rude awakening when movie nights or the tweet challenge comes up and she realizes we do not like her. I knew it from episode 2 or whatever, when they did the first recoupling and she was yapping that mouth. I don't like this at all for y'all. Y'all need real man. Look at your real man now, girl. I knew it when she was boohoo whining and crying over Alandria. And she's talking about Jeremiah has a victim complex. Have we not seen the last 24 to 48? You're the one who's making yourself a victim. And you're acting horrendous. Like, I truly do not think she's aware of her actions. She has no self-reflection at all. It's just not there. I think we're all realizing it now. And to the ones who are the biggest Huda defenders, and this didn't change your mind, I don't know what is going to. I just think you're really down for this girl. But yeah, I think she needs to get off that island. She has not explored any connection. She has no one else lined up. No one else messes with her. And for a second, I thought Ace did. And I think a lot of us did. But now we're realizing, no. So I'm like, if they do a recoupling, what's happening? What's happening? Who is leaving the island? And you know what? Predictions for recoupling. If they do girls pick, because last time it was supposed to be girls pick, but America chose. Okay? So if it's girls pick, I think Shelly will choose Ace. Stupidly. Shelly, you're being knocked a peg. You're a beautiful person. But Ace is not it. I think Iris is going to pick Jeremiah. I think Sierra is obviously going to pick Nick. There's nothing going on with the other couples. I have no idea. Oh, wait. I don't know who Amaya is going to pick. I think Alandria will pick Jalen. I think she will continue to explore that connection because Taylor is doing nothing. He said, also, I rewatched last episode. They talked and he was like, oh, yeah, I think we're going upward and we're not going backwards. Y'all are going nowhere. At least from what I'm seeing, y'all are going nowhere. Like, Taylor, I don't think he understands. I don't think his brain can comprehend the baddie that he has. I really, like, and it's pissing me off a little bit because she's a gorgeous girl. I don't think Taylor is into sisters. Okay, that's just me. A lot of people have clocked it a little bit. I don't think he likes sisters. So I'm gonna need him to step aside. I hope Alandria picks Jalen. I think Hannah's gonna pick Pepe. Or they'll have to add another bombshell, I think. Because I think right now we're at an even number. I don't know who Huda will pick, to be honest. And that's what I'm saying. Like, who is she going to recouple up with? Because she has canceled off all the other men. Also, even Ace said it. Ace was like, you every time a bombshell comes in here, you let them know that you and Jeremiah are the strongest connection or whatever. And I think Ace, like, tried to, like, help her out a little bit. And he was like, maybe they're helping you out. But no, Ace, you should have been honest. He would have looked terrible, but he's saying everything we're all thinking. And it would have made this girl be clocked a tad bit. Also, the way she wanted to confront Ace and confront Nick. I personally don't like confrontation that much, but the way she's ready to confront everybody and I feel like somewhat intimidate them. I just don't like it and I don't appreciate it. But yeah, I've been talking for 30 minutes. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I have no idea. I told you my predictions for the recoupling, but I don't even know all of them. I feel like Austin is going to get off the island. Also, the way Austin ran to Jeremiah to talk about Ace and everything was kind of corny. And I don't think Jeremiah was here for it either. I think Jeremiah was like, okay, brother, whatever. So I think Austin's time in the island is coming to a close too. I don't know how this recoupling is gonna go. I think they're gonna obviously add a bombshell or whatever, but for Huda, mayhaps, which bombshell would want to be with her? That's my personal opinion, but yeah. This girl has overtaken the entire show. The entire show. And you know what? I think she needs to go. Because I want to know about the other couples. I really like Sierra. And I really want to know a little bit more about her. I want to see her explore a connection outside of Nick. Because obviously it wasn't going to work with Pepe. Pepe already had his eyes set on Hannah. But I need a bombshell to come up in there. Maybe for Shelly and Sierra. Also, Shelly and Sierra, love them together. Those are my thoughts and opinions. I am very all over the place. I need to go on TikTok, go join some of the TikTok lives, go watch some of the videos. If you haven't watched my other Love Island videos, definitely make sure to go check them out. All my socials are linked down below. It will be greatly appreciated if you check them out. But yeah, my other videos probably been popping up throughout this video. Definitely go check out my other Love Island videos. It'd be greatly appreciated. Jesus, still don't got that camera lens. We're still on this photo booth, but you know what, it works. It's a good time. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like it. If you want to subscribe, definitely subscribe and join the family, and it's your life. Bye.